All right, hi everyone. Welcome back to Click Talk. This is part 2 of our case study on a spinoff, part of our mergers and acquisitions. We're talking about a spinoff. In this one, we have a ticking clock.
Yes.
We have 9 months to spin off 1,100 users in 3 offices so we don't incur another almost $500,000 in a TSA. Let's talk through our due diligence. It's not last minute, so we have some time to assess the situation. What was your initial hunch when the case was presented to you about what did seem to be the obvious solution?
So there were a lot of things we had to do, but the thing that kind of made this a little tricky is the domain name was the name of the company who was the larger company that was spinning them off. So our idea was set up a new Active Directory domain, unjoin and join all the computers and servers from the old domain to the new domain.
Not a fun task.
Right.
1,100 computers, 3 offices. You would have to remove each computer from the domain.
Correct.
Add it to the new domain, then set up each user profile again.
That is correct.
So daunting.
Yes.
But if that is what we needed to do, so be it.
Correct.
It seems the most logical for the spin-off, which we also kind of talked about as a divorce, splitting up.
Right.
Distinct entity. What did you find in your due diligence?
Well, we tried this in a test environment in one of their small sites, which is the site we did first, and it basically broke their network. The servers did not like it. They had a SQL server, and they had some other kind of applications that ran within the domain, and it just broke. So we quickly realized that was not going to be a good or an option for us.
Okay, and part of it is like too much legacy, too many legacy apps, too many legacy servers, too much of a legacy connection to disentangle the domain name in the time window.
Correct.
It would require too many changes at the network level. Is that right? Like servers?
Yeah, I mean, there was just things that were broken, and it wasn't something we could quickly fix. We did kind of we spun up all their servers in a test environment, changed the domain, made sure all their apps works, and their apps didn't work. So.
Yeah, what are some of the things that didn't work? What are can you name some of those specific legacy things that didn't work?
Yeah, I mean, they're at this location, they use Visual for their ERP, like that didn't work. They had some kind of custom written programs that were developed in-house, those didn't work. They just had a lot of things that were plugged into the Active Directory domains that were at each office.
Got it. And so we always want these things to kind of flow like as you would logically think. But this is our second situation, if you saw our last case study, that also was counterintuitive.
Right.
And this solution, again, is counterintuitive. And so, but that's what due diligence provides for you, kind of the truth of the matter. But the next step is then governance. Like, who has governance over this project? Who's going to approve what we discover in our discovery process? And who's going to green light the plan? Stay tuned for our next section where we talk about that exciting journey to getting this counterintuitive plan greenlit. See you there.